After a relative eternity of no live-action Payday content, we finally have the grand return of the live-action short, Follow the Money. But before we jump right in, I just want to say this. This won't be a scene-by-scene breakdown of the whole video, it's just going to be what stood out to me. What I liked, what I didn't like, and speculation at the end on how it fits in with the story of Payday 3. So, let's get into it. First off, let's get what I didn't like out of the way. The shootout at the bank felt a little weak to me and a bit underwhelming. We see cops moving through the stairwell somewhere, but then just walk up into the bank and the shootout starts. At least in the web series there was a little more build up to the cops showing up, but still nothing close to the full-on assaults we get in-game. The cinematography during the shootout could have been a bit more dynamic for my taste, but it's perfectly serviceable as is. The scene with Wolf getting glass shattered on top of him and getting blood on the money could have been better. Maybe show Wolf with blood on his suit and his head. Now, the audio mixing is okay, but I think it could have been handled better. Like, I can tell what they were going for by having the music cut out and hearing the gunfire and the echo in the room. But to me, and this may just be me nitpicking, but to me, this effect was pulled off better in Heat. Because those gunshots were deafening. They would drown out the sound from anything else on screen. But admittedly, I think when Hoxton is shooting his AK, this effect comes off better. Also at the end, now, this is just me, but I can't help but see Ice-T and think about the I am not gay meme from Law & Order Special Victims Unit.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men.
And I got news for you.
It's Payday, motherfuckers.
Now, on to the things I do like. All the shots of New York in the morning are great. The shots following the bundle of money, which I guess is the namesake of the video, are great. The entire takeover of the bank is a fantastic sequence, and finally, we see the gang being the bad guys again, roughing up civilians and being genuinely scary. This is probably the best depiction of a bank robbery we've seen in Payday, and the added bits of the gang forcing all the hostages to wear sleep masks, destroying their phones, using bank carts to move money in bags, looking for and ripping up and leaving dye-packed money, locking the bank doors, and Wolf using a smoke bomb, just so great. The standout scene from the whole short has to be Hoxton stepping on that old lady's hand. He probably broke that woman's hand just for another bundle of money. It's just little things like that that really make the short stand out and make it probably the best they've ever made. I still like Hardcore Henry more for its shootout, but this video really makes the gang scary again. We're literally playing as clowns who have blown up crowded bridges for money. The Payday gang are not good guys. It was fun to see them inadvertently play that part, but I think the gang works best when they are unashamed villains. Also, it looks like Wolf isn't just babysitting the drill, but actually contributing to the drilling process, so hopefully we get some of that in-game, because I am very happy about the changes they've made to lockpicking. The costume design is really great, keeping their weapons on slings, not to mention the choice of weapons the gang used is really great. These are career criminals who are proficient with a variety of guns, so it makes sense that they would use whatever they can get their hands on. Now, the suits aren't exact to the game, but there are traits that carry over from the game into live action. Wolf still has rolled sleeves and cable ties around his wrists, Change still forgoes a jacket for more arm maneuverability, and Dallas and Hoxton are rocking the classic setup of a vest underneath their jackets. Hey, yeah, so I realized while I was editing that Hoxton isn't wearing a ballistic vest, he's only wearing a suit vest. So the next line I make about Wolf, just include Hoxton. Oddly enough, Wolf is the only one without a vest, but thanks to Payday 3 you can squint and say maybe he has some soft armor underneath his shirt. Or he's just that fucking crazy. The masks look great, and if Starbreeze ever wanted to release a deluxe edition of the gang's masks that are hard plastic and match live action, and aren't vinyl, I would buy them in a heartbeat. Payday 2, Payday 3 designs? A few oddities that I noticed are the gang's masks have the back plate like Payday 2, but in Payday 3 they're missing. I don't know why this is, but it's something I noticed. Also, the gang uses black cable ties when in every other game they're supposed to be white. That's just a minor thing, but in Payday 3, cable ties are visible now and have been switched to zip cuffs that have 2 holes and are designed to restrain someone. But overall, I think this video is a great opportunity for some cosmetics in Payday 3. Ever since the switch from having armor be invisible for the sake of the heister's look, I've been missing the option to actually show armor on the character, which is a look onto itself. But hopefully they'll let us recreate these looks from the video and weapon setups. Hell, if you really want, why not make it possible to let players use the black cable ties and blindfold hostages as well? Hell, bring back the old white cable ties if you want. Not to mention to steal a little thunder from Red Archer Live, and make a skill that lets you move 2 hostages at once and use your primary weapon. And maybe another skill that lets you move 2 bags at once? I don't know. Maybe a little 2 bags as a cherry on top? Please? I think it would be cool. Also, please Overkill, let us use carts. It'll make bags so much less of a headache. Now, lore-wise, it's hard to place when this heist takes place. No Rest for the Wicked is implied to be the first heist the gang comes back to, but there's no definitive answer. The bank is a Goldman and Shark branch, assumedly, seeing that it doesn't match the concept art, so it's possible that my theory about the gang stealing from the people who tried to kill them is still valid, but the court's still out on that. It's a nice touch, though, to see how desperate the gang is for money. Dallas literally letting his inner greed take over and risk his life for what can only be maybe $10,000. The reason for their return to crime, of course, being in part that their offshore accounts were wiped, which must have had hundreds of millions of dollars in them. So going from chilling on a yacht to scrounging for money is a really cool evolution of Dallas's character. As a side note, the Payday YouTube page left a comment asking if anyone else would be interested in a Payday TV show. Now, there were some rumors about a TV show in the works, but I don't know how that's going to happen. Maybe the strike in Hollywood won't affect too much, but I wouldn't hold my breath for now. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and a comment. Feel free to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. Follow me on Twitter if you want, but yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna go now. See you guys. Okay, no. One last thing. Why is it Hawks can get in the van in the video like we can in 2, but we can't get in 3? Why is that? Huh? Why, Overkill? Let me in the van! You fuck!